Hello friends, welcome to the channel. I am Poonam Dua and today with me you are going to understand some important questions of the very famous Indian novel Clear Light of the Day written by Anita Desai. Please do prepare thoroughly for not only for Indian English literature this subject but for all the MEG subjects. The papers are really getting tough and tougher every year. हर साल पेपर्स टफ होते जा रहे हैं द सेम काइंड ऑफ फीडबैक आई एम गेटिंग फ्रॉम ऑल दी एस्पायरेंट सो अपनी प्रेपरेशन को बहुत अच्छा रखिए बहुत थॉरो रखिए जितना थॉरो पॉसिबल है डू नॉट लीव द प्रेपरेशन ऑन लास्ट 2 डेज लास्ट के 2 दिन में स्टोरीज पढ़ लेंगे हर नॉवेल की हर प्ले की हर पोइट्री की और हो जाएगा नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा और पोइट्रीज को तो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है तो पोइट्रीज को तो आपको बहुत ही keenly observe करना पड़ेगा each and every poetry. These are the topics: some non-fictional prose, Mulk Anand's Untouchable, Raja Rao's Kanthapura, Anita Desai, Clear Light of the Day, Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. Some short stories are there. Then there are poetries जिनको आपको identify करना होता है. That is the compulsory first question. इसमें कोई choice भी नहीं होती है. Then there is a play, Mahesh Dattani. Mahesh Dattani, who is also the first Sahitya Academy Award winner as a playwright. And please do cover these previous 5 videos as well. इसमें भी मैंने कुछ important question answers discuss किए हैं. इससे भी आपको बहुत help मिलेगी लेकिन side by side आपको सभी texts को detail में भी study करना होगा. Let us discuss this question. Clear light of the day. Any question that you get in exam, first you are supposed to give the introduction of the novel and the novelist and then please go to the main topic. Directly main topic तक jump नहीं करना है. आपको पहले introduction देना है novel का, novelist का. That will beautify your answer and that will give a good length to your answer too. And this is the proper format. तो 3 benefits हैं. This should be the format. This will beautify your answer and this will give a good length to your answer too. Clear Light of the Day, novel published in 1980 by Indian novelist and 3 times Booker Prize finalist Anita Desai. Unfortunately, she did not win it, but she reached in the list of finalists. Predominantly, the setting is in Old Delhi. The story defines the stiffness in a post-partition Indian family. पार्टीशन का फैमिली पर क्या इम्पैक्ट होता है किस तरीके से फैमिली में एक बिटरनेस आती है किस तरीके से वो बिटरनेस दूर होती है दिस इज व्हाट द स्टोरी इज ऑल अबाउट. It starts with the adult lives of the characters and through flashback we are able to understand about their earlier lives and the earlier part of the story. ये पूरा पैराग्राफ भी जरूर लिखने की कोशिश करिए अपने आंसर के इंट्रोडक्शन में एटलीस्ट ऑल द बोल्ड लाइंस. It was published in 1980. ये फैक्ट तो आपको लर्न करना ही करना है. Why the novel is called Clear Light of the Day? Because by the end of the novel, Bim has a concept that all her bitterness is now cleared, now gone, and she has a clear perception about the upcoming life. According to the author, this is a novel about time as a destroyer, time as a preserver, and about what the bondage of time does to people. Time is a great healer, we can say in short. The novel is four-dimensional piece on how a family's life moves backwards and forwards in a period of time. At the same time, politics और history किस तरीके से mingle है हमारे background में throughout Clear Light of the Day. 1947 का partition बहुत ज़्यादा attached है सभी characters की lives के साथ. After that, you should give the introduction of the writer as well, Anita Desai, who was born as Anita Mazumdar in 1937, one of India's foremost writers, and she has written 16 works of fiction, including these 3, which were shortlisted for the Booker Prize. Clear Light of the Day, 1980. In Custody, a very beautiful novel, once again, 1984, and Fasting Feasting, 1999. साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्ड का भी मेंशन करिए whenever you are mentioning the introduction of Anita Desai. She received Sahitya Academy in 1978 for Fire on the Mountain. एक बार आप स्टोरी को अच्छे से जानिए पढ़िए अपनी इग्नो बुक्स में से या किसी भी और तरीके से then you will understand these questions in a better manner. The first question that I'm covering is the feminist themes, or you can also take the hints of this topic also from this answer, relationship between Bim and Tara. As I told, always start with the introduction of the novel and the novelist. The novel is the story of four siblings that we know, two sisters Bim and Tara and two brothers Baba and Raja, and out of these Baba is autistic and Raja at present is living in Hyderabad and sister Bim is living in Old Delhi. Tara is visiting her older sister for the purpose of marriage of Raja's daughter. She has to attend Raja's daughter's marriage in Hyderabad, and at the same point of time she thought of visiting her elder sister Bim too. Their parents are unconcerned and neutral for their needs. अपने parents की जब भी वो बात करते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है कि they were not at all interested in taking care of the kids. Both the sisters struggle for living and identity. दोनों sisters की अपनी अपनी अपने तरीके की struggles रही हैं. The key characters in Clear Light of the Day are Bim and Tara sisters, who seems to be soul apart. ऐसा लगता है एक दूसरे से बिल्कुल different है. One is north and another one is south. So the book focuses on the individual changing aspects between the characters but also comments on the situation of women as a whole. सभी कैरेक्टर्स की बात तो करते हैं लेकिन मेजरली वी टॉक अबाउट द फीमेल्स. बिम is very proud of her spinster status, I must say. She has never got married और काफी प्राउड फील करती है अपने स्टेटस पर वो, और बचपन से ही हमेशा तारा को टॉन्ट करती आई है फॉर हर इजी चॉइसेस ऑफ लाइफ. तारा chose to be a wife, to be a mother. Tara, we cannot say is a complete useless or negative character, but her life choices are very conventional, very traditional in terms of gender relations and expectations. So दोनों के अलग अलग perspectives हैं. We cannot say one is negative, one is positive. Bim is defiant, I'll say, and wants to be a superwoman. Bim को superwoman बनने का बहुत शौक है. Everything I'll do on my own. Tara comparatively is a bit coy and is happy to be a wife and a mother. Bim refuses to get married, seeing the marriage of her parents and seeing maybe the condition of females around everywhere, because she does not see marriage can make the life of a female better. She decides she'll be liberated, live independently, will teach, and will make her life autonomous. So, Anita Desai here offers feminist commentary with the comparison of Bim and Tara and Mishra sisters, one of the neighbors as well. Mishra sisters भी Bim की तरह teachers हैं and the providers of the household, but they are not as strong as Bim is. They are not strong enough to speak up against their exploitative brothers. लेकिन बिम में हिम्मत है कुछ भी सोसाइटी में गलत हो रहा है तो उसके अगेंस्ट वॉइस रेज करने की. So the first female character to be studied is Bim when compared with other women characters in the novel like Tara, the Mishra girls or Aunt Meera. Bim subverts the traditional model of women. I'll not be a mother, I'll not be a wife, I'll live an autonomous life on my own. She is portrayed as assertive, as firm, as insistent on ruling others rather than to be ruled. She aims at achieving autonomy and rejects the traditional role and destiny of becoming a wife, a mother. Among the female characters, Bim, Tara, Mishra sisters, and Aunt Meera all are subordinated by a male dominant culture which underestimates female subjectivity. So, although Bim is a little different from all rest of the female characters, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं she is also the victim of the male dominant culture. So, Clear Light of the Day ends in affirmation with Bim reconciling to the change that she had up till now violently rejected. कुछ ऐसे चेंजेस आए बिम की लाइफ में जिनको उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया और बिटर बनी रही स्पेसिफिकली टुवर्ड्स हर ब्रदर राजा. लेकिन स्टोरी का एंड एक एफर्मेशन, एक क्लियर लाइट ऑफ द डे के साथ होता है व्हेन शी इज रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट दोज चेंजेस व्हिच शी अर्लियर वेरी वायलेंटली रिजेक्टेड. तो ये तो था हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट वाज अबाउट फीमेल्स एंड दैट वाज अबाउट रिलेशनशिप ऑफ फीमेल्स. दैट using that answer we could also do the comparison between Bim and Tara. Let us go for the second important topic that we generally get in exam, that is the relationship or importance of history and partition in this novel. As usual, start with the introduction of the novel and the novelist, and I gave you the reasons of doing this. Now let us jump to the main part. An important event of the novel revolves around the partition time that we know 1947 का time period दिखाया गया है. The time period when Raja goes to Hyderabad after Hyder Ali has also moved there because of the partition impact. The tension between Muslims and Hindus are evidently shown by the father's denial to allow Raja to go to a Muslim university and study Urdu literature because he has cause to fear for his safety. Every father will do the same. Father is worried about the safety of the child and is not allowing him to go for Urdu literature in a Muslim university. The book also gives references of the partition riots as well as the refugee camps. It also depicts the fleeing of Alis, the Nasser's Muslim landlords, and some other Muslim neighbors as well. किस तरीके से सबकी लाइफ इम्पैक्ट होती है, सेपरेशन आता है, सेपरेशन जो कि हिंदूज और मुस्लिम में आया था, द सेम काइंड ऑफ सेपरेशन हैज बीन shown in the form of Raja and Ali here. So the plot of Clear Light of the Day jumps between several decades. The climatic action set in 1947 during the partition of the India, although the siblings, due to their religion and location, are not directly affected. सिबलिंग्स पर डायरेक्टली इफेक्ट नहीं आया है, लेकिन पार्टीशन ने कहीं ना कहीं हर सिबलिंग को टू सम एक्सटेंट इफेक्ट किया है. Landlord and neighbor of Das's family, Hyder Ali, departs to Hyderabad. Raja tails him because he admires him and later marries his daughter. Benazir was the name of the daughter. Bim takes this as an infidelity, as a disloyalty to the family, and begins to hold a bitterness against him. Why? Because Bim used to share a great intellectual with Raja. बिम और राजा ये दोनों ही एकेडमिक्स में बहुत अच्छे थे और एक दूसरे से घंटों बहुत सारे एकेडमिक डिस्कशंस किया करते थे. बिम यूज्ड टू थिंक दैट आई एंड राजा आर इंटेलिजेंट एंड बाबा एंड तारा आर नॉट. तो राजा के साथ सबसे ज्यादा कनेक्शन हुआ था बिम का. दैट इज द रीजन कि व्हेन ही entails Hyder Ali, she feels that he has been infidel. Bim turns isolated and bitter, and consequently a crack occurs between her and Tara too. The partition of India also puts on the top the theme of the separation as a symbol for the gap that has occurred between siblings who were once close to each other. तो एक ऐसी फैमिली को प्रेजेंट किया गया काइंड ऑफ द मिनी वर्जन ऑफ द होल इंडिया. जैसे पूरे इंडिया में पीपल गॉट सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम ईच अदर, दिस फैमिली गॉट सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम ईच अदर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो हम कर सकते हैं दैट इज ऑफ नैरेटिव टेक्निक. As usual, start with the introduction of the novel and the novelist, and the basic narrative technique that is used is flashback technique and memory. The characters struggle to find a place in the world, and with the memories of the past that haunt them in various ways, they portray the story. By making use of flashback and stream of consciousness, the thoughts going inside the minds of each and every character, Anita Desai steers her story and unravels the hidden thoughts and the feelings and emotions of all the characters. Anita Desai employs a narrative technique in her Clear Light of the Day that has great similarity with the narrative techniques employed by R.K. Narayan in The Guide and Amitav Ghosh in The Shadow Lines. If you have ever been through these two novels, तो you will find कि काफी similarities है narrative techniques में, not in the story. Like these two great Indian novels, memories and flashbacks are used. Anita Desai also makes memory and flashback as the main narrative strategies in her this novel, Clear Light of the Day. By shifting between present and past time, between what happens between Bim and Tara now versus the past time, moments of importance are revealed slowly and steadily. Desai was inspired to write the novel by the modernist poet T.S. Eliot. If you have ever heard about Four Quatrains, very famous by T.S. Eliot. She similarly structured her novel in four parts. If you know the story, you know that it is divided into four parts and ignored chronology completely. Preferring to interweave past and present, she also quoted the poem in the epigraph to the novel. इस पोएट्री को उन्होंने अपनी एपिग्राफ में भी कोट किया है. She referred to the clear light of the day as a four-dimensional piece on how a family moves backwards and forwards in a period of time. ये लाइन तो आप completely learn कर लीजिए अपने इस narrative technique को mention करने के लिए. Four-dimensional piece on how a family moves backwards and forwards in a period of time. So Anita Desai makes memory and flashback as the main narrative strategy in the novel Clear Light of the Day. This novel is, I'll say, completely about memory, about places and people who go through change and transformation in an attempt to find their true identities. Let us see all the four parts and and a little description. The present is introduced in the first part and takes place in the late 1970s, while part 2 transports the reader back to the year of Indian independence 1947, the most important part of the novel, I'll say. The third section of the book goes back even further in time in order to show how the way children perceive the world around them can have lifelong consequences. Part 4 takes us back to the present, traces the long decades of the growth often required before insight, new perception, a clear light is attained. Finally, readers return to the novel's present now in the fourth part. In the fourth and last chapter, the characters find themselves in the present again, but now with a profound realization, a clear light, which they lacked in the first chapter. Bim, who has struggled with anger, with bitterness, now in the fourth part realizes that she has to make peace with herself and the ghosts from her past in order to live a full and meaningful life. अंदर जो स्ट्रगल चल रही है, अंदर जो पास्ट मेमोरीज के गोस्ट हैं, उनको कॉन्कर करना है. So that is it. These three questions are very important of this novel, and please do cover all rest of the blocks too very thoroughly. Go through all these videos. I'll provide the link in description too. You may join the classes to cover all the topics in detail. During classes, you will get the live sessions with the faculty and the PDFs as well. You may click the link given in description to get connected to us for admission queries.